and the Wealth Management Division of Citigroup, specifically in the Structured Investment and Managed Funds Division. He is currently a Chartered Accountant and attended Harvard Business School Executive Leadership Program. He has also involved himself in multiple charities, example of which is Caramel. He is founder of Caramel, an award-winning charity organization in Malaysia that enables everyday Malaysians to purchase birthday gifts for the orphaned. His charity was awarded in 2015 Malaysian Leader Industry Award for the best use of small budget. With that, I ask you to give your full attention to Mr. Keith and help me in welcoming him to the floor. Mr. Keith, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for making the time to be with us today. My name is Keith Miranda. I'm a fellow Malaysian living here in Sydney, Australia. Let me start by saying that I'm truly honored to have been asked to share with you my story and some of the important lessons that I've learned. I hope that these lessons will help you along your way and give you the courage to know that you can make a difference. I'm sure that there are many more lessons to come from me, so please see this as a work in progress of sorts. You're probably wondering what I'm doing up here, so I'm going to give you a bit of a background. I'm 33 years old, born in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. At the age of 3, I moved to France with my mother and started an education in French. As you can imagine, there were not many French people that looked like me at the time. And it was an interesting but challenging time. And although challenging for a young Malaysian boy, living and studying in a new country, in a new language, taught me a crucial life lesson. Always keep an open mind, always keep a curious mind. Never shut yourself off from the world. Never stop learning, no matter how safe or comfortable it may be. I then attended university in Melbourne, where I did an undergraduate in commerce and a master's in accounting. Following this, I completed a comprehensive leadership program at Harvard Business School. Professionally, I am a chartered accountant, having trained here in Sydney in one of the big 4 accounting firms. I believe that education is extremely important. I know I sound like your parents, but education is extremely important. And it will equip you with the tools you will need to be successful in this world. However, some of life's most important lessons are free, such as hard work, respect, and compassion. On a day-to-day basis, or rather what keeps me up at night, is that I'm president of the Australian-Malaysian Business Council in New South Wales. My job here is to help promote trade between the state of New South Wales and Malaysia. I'm manager in the CEO's office of Australia's second largest bank. And as mentioned, I'm the founder of Caramel, an award-winning Malaysian charity aimed at helping Malaysian orphans of all different ethnic backgrounds. Based on the lessons that I've learned in my life to date, I would like to now share with you what I think makes a great leader. I will not touch on the obvious ones like hard work, be committed, as you being here already tells me that you are attuned to these virtues, important virtues. Let me share with you what I've learned. Point number 1. Positivity and hope must set the agenda in everything that you do. Around the world today, there are many examples of how humanity is going backwards. There's just too much pain and too much violence, as we have seen again this week. As future leaders of corporate and political Malaysia, it is up to you to set the agenda. Hope must set the agenda, not fear. Believe in our humanity must set the agenda, not cynicism. Do not distrust each other, believe in each other. When it comes to Malaysia, I believe that our strength, our greatest strength, is our cultural diversity. And we all have a responsibility, everyone here, to cherish and protect each other, whether you are Malay, Chinese, or Indian, or indigenous. Let us never lose our strongest asset, the diversity of our people. Point number 2, energy is everything. What do I mean by that? Energy is everything because time is limited, and leaders need to get a lot of stuff done. There are only 1,440 minutes in a day. We cannot make more time, no matter how hard we try. But we can use our time more effectively to create smarter outcomes. The lesson here is be ruthless with your time. It's limited. Manage it well. This disciplined time management is hard, it's challenging, and it requires daily practice. In order to be great at this, we must have a clear mind. And for that, we need to help our bodies. And the simplest way to help our bodies is by sleeping and eating well. I know at university it's hard to do. I can remember when I was at university, but we must take care of our bodies. The key lesson here is to bring your best today, which will lead to being even better and owning tomorrow. Bring your best today to own tomorrow. Point number 3, learn how to think like a leader. It's too easy sometimes to go to class and follow the routine. Force yourself to learn how to think like a leader. Be the master of your mind. Exercise control over how and what you think. Choose what to pay attention to. Not everyone is worth it. When dissatisfied or challenged, it is often too easy to take the low route, the route of fear, the route of hate, to justify your situation. But we have to be stronger. The strong and the successful stay positive, and they are inclusive. Like any muscle, if you do not use your brain, it will become weak. And great leaders are anything but weak. Point number 4. Build a strong support network. No one ever does anything important alone. I have a strong support network, and I'm lucky enough to have some people that I care about with us here today. Your network will be they family, friends, whoever they may be, will be the closest people to you on your loneliest, darkest days. They will also be there for you on your greatest days. They are a great platform to help protect you against yourself, as they often know you best. Let's face it, we all have shortcomings. I, in particular, need all the help I can get. This is particularly important because all of us will fail in life. But the good people around you will help you get back up and achieve your goal. The lesson here is to create and cherish a strong team. Point number 5. Compare yourselves to the best. The education you have received or are currently receiving has given you the tools to compete with anyone in the world. If there's one thing that I would like to emphasize here, is that we Malaysians are good enough to win against anyone. Never doubt in your ability, never doubt in our collective ability as Malaysians. This is important, as we have responsibility to not only not let ourselves down, but not let our country down. As Kennedy once said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. I hear a lot about how great some of our neighboring countries are. But I believe the fabric of Malaysia is greater than that of any country. If you have traveled, you will see that our land is often more beautiful. Our history richer, not to mention our food is better, and our people are second to none. The lesson here is to take pride in where you come from, Malaysia, and always try to make it better for your children. What we do and how we live today will determine their lives tomorrow. Point number 6, keep good company, discuss ideas and not events. I know it's very tempting as a Malaysian to be in the MAMA and talk about events, but you must force yourselves to talk about ideas. They say that great minds discuss ideas. And for that, you've got to imagine things as they could be rather than what they are. Imagine your life as it could be rather than what it is. Discuss ideas that challenge you and make you grow. Don't hang around people that agree with you. Hang around people that push you. It is often said that you can judge the intelligence of a man by the company that he keeps. Surround yourself with smart people to go further. Although not involved politically, I am a proud Malaysian. Like any country in the world, there are elements from both sides of the political debate that I respect, and elements that I would like to see improved. This is an important time for Malaysia, and we need to all be aware of the responsibilities that we have to ourselves, our community, and to our country. Politics is important, regardless of whether you're young or old, man or woman, privileged or not. Your way of life is born from political legislation. Politics affects everyone, and as such, everyone must be heard, even those who do not have a voice. Be involved, shape our future. Be involved. When it comes to politics, I believe that we must continually raise the bar, continually raise our standards, as the work of a good politician is never really complete. Ask yourselves, what is it you believe in? What conversations and debates do you expect? And how do we create a better tomorrow together? Politically, I believe in 3 main things. Number 1, education. Education is the most powerful force for growth and progress. We must educate everyone, women and minorities. We cannot lose as a country when we educate our people. There are many countries around the world that have proven this. Number 2, healthcare. We must take care of our people, especially our aging population who have contributed to our country, but who may not any longer be able to contribute. Personally, I think that Malaysia has a good healthcare system. My experience is that my grandfather was a government servant, and my grandmother until today is still getting the benefits as promised by our government at the time. Healthcare is extremely important, and an extremely important element of any thriving society. Point number 3, economic progress. I believe in economic progress. We need to push ourselves in terms of economic progress. But we need to be fair with our wealth. We must distribute our wealth in a way that promotes business, motivates people to be all they can be, but at the same time, help the most vulnerable people in our society. It is not sustainable to create billionaires and neglect those who are suffering. That model doesn't work. I look forward to a Malaysia that continues to be respected throughout the world, to a vibrant country that remains the jealousy of all our neighbors. I would like now to leave you with my final thoughts as future Malaysian leaders. Whenever a Malaysian has dared to dream, and dream big, he or she has achieved. I want to say that again. Whenever a Malaysian has dared to dream big, he or she has achieved. From our founding fathers, who dared to negotiate an existence without the English colonial masters, to an underprivileged Indian boy who dreamt about building the tallest towers in the world, to a crazy businessman who dreamt about taking over the global low-cost airline industry, to a quiet Chinese boy dreaming of one day being at the top of the global fashion industry. All of us in this room have the opportunity to do great things for ourselves, our fellow Malaysians, and our country. Dream big, hold yourselves accountable, and go forth and change the world. Thank you very much.